A big thank you to Ronin's Tavern for sponsoring today's video. Ronin's Tavern recently sent me this Gear 5 Monkey D. Luffy playmat, and I am absolutely in love with it. The design is amazing, the quality is impressive. If Monkey D. Luffy's not your style, they do have plenty of other playmats to choose from as well. Take a look at them. The link is going to be in the description. Thanks again, Ronin's Tavern. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Johnny TCG video. I'm Johnny TCG. I'm excited to see you here today. My last video was talking about Blue Kuzan, a new leader from OP12, and I'm talking about him again just because I've been having so much fun with this leader, and based on the comments, it sounds like so many people are excited about him, so I'm happy to bring you more content about him. Today, I just have a game against Silver's Rayleigh from OP12, a new leader as well that is going to be very popular, most likely. He's a pretty strong deck. He's a fan favorite deck. Like, it seems like there's a lot of people who are just really excited about him, so if you want to play Blue Kuzan, you should expect to see this matchup relatively often at locals or in tournaments. If you haven't watched my full deck breakdown on this leader, what are you doing? Check it out. I'll put it in the comments and in the description below. You're definitely want to check that out if you want to see a full deck breakdown, taking a look at all the cards in the deck, if you want to see more games on the sim, and of course I have another custom leader giveaway in that video. Today we're going to do a custom leader giveaway too, of course. We're going to be giving away a custom Kuzan leader using artwork from the One Piece Treasure Cruise game. I am not the artist. I am not selling this. This is just a fun personal fan project. If today's video gets 15 likes in the first 24 hours, I will randomly choose a US-based commenter and send it to you completely free. That's all you have to do to enter the giveaway, folks, is 1, leave a like, and 2, leave a comment. If you're enjoying the content, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. There are a lot of people who say they enjoy the content, they like the videos, they comment, but I don't see you subscribe. So hit that subscribe button, make my day. It's free, it's easy, it's painless. Now let's get into the gameplay. You're going to want to see this game because I think I did pretty well given the circumstances. Rayleigh can apply a lot of pressure, and so sometimes early game, if they get off to a hot start, you're going to be in for a rough one. But I think you're going to like today's game. So editor, roll the gameplay. Our opponent's going to choose the turn order. They are going to choose to go first. This first hand, we've got to mulligan this. Not a lot of counter, not a lot of early game plays. Sakazuki can be good, but that's definitely not worth keeping 2 of them in my hand. We're going to mulligan that hand, and this next hand is so much better. We get 2 Tashigis to start off for our search. We're going to start off with our first Tashigi search and take a Gion. Not only is she a 2K, but she's also not a bad idea to potentially play next turn on my 4-Dom play. Now we'll search again with Tashigi, and I might be crazy and take another Gion just for the fact that she is a 2K counter. Can't really go wrong with that. And then I'm going to pass it back to them. We also have a Charlotte Pudding, which might be relevant in this matchup. And then that 6-cost Kuzan is always appreciated. Starting off their 3-Don turn, they're going to play down the 1-cost OP01 Nami Searcher, looking for a Straw Hat Crew type card. They will find the Gum Gum King Kong Gatling, 2-Don left for them to work with. They're going to use leader ability, show me 2 event cards from their hand, 2 Gum Gum King Kong Gatlings. Then they can give plus 2,000 power to their Buggy character. They'll give another Don to Buggy and then swing 6,000 into our life. We are going to take that. I assume they're going to swing 6,000 now with Rayleigh, and we will counter out of this one. We don't need to take 2 hits in 1 turn. We'll get rid of one of our Gion. I'm thinking we're going to play her down this turn. Then swing into the Buggy with our leader. Now, the good thing about Gion is that if they try to use a 0-cost counter event during our turn, they will have to put a card from their hand to the bottom of their deck. We'll see if that comes up at all. I know Rayleigh runs a ton of events, obviously, but unfortunately Gion's ability only works during our turn, so when they use events on their turn, we don't get her ability. 5 Don for them to work with here. They'll show me 2 event cards and power up their Nami. It takes a little getting used to playing Rayleigh because you do have to confirm every time they use leader ability. You have to hit confirm. They'll give plus 2,000 power to their Nami and another Don. They'll give Nami another Don and then swing 6,000 into us. I don't have a 2K counter, so we're just going to have to take that. I don't want to give up 2 1Ks from our hand because then that tells them basically that I don't have any 2Ks. Then they're going to swing 8,000 at us, and we have to take that again. Oh my god, we've got no counter in hand. This feels really bad, folks. We're going to start off by swinging 2,000 with Tashigi to clear their Nami. Now we're going to swing I don't have any great plays this turn. I'm thinking maybe we try to get them to take the 7,000 power swing and then we drop the Charlotte Pudding on them. Still, it feels bad. I only have 1k of counter in my hand after playing down the Pudding. We're going to swing 7,000 with Gion. Please take this. If they take this, that is best case scenario. Now it's perfect. We're going to drop the Charlotte Pudding, make them reshuffle their hand and draw 5 cards, swing 5,000 with our leader into their life. They'll give us the 1k counter and I will pass it back to them. They're going to be at 7 Don this turn. They could put a lot of pressure on us. One thing about Rayleigh to remember is that they have an event that makes their leader swing unblockable, meaning you do not want to go down to 0 life against them. They're going to start off their turn by playing down the Boa Hancock and drawing the Observation Hockey from OP12. Then off the Observation Hockey search, they do have the 4-cost Monkey D. Luffy from OP12. They will use Monkey D. Luffy's ability, show us 2 event cards from their hand. We will confirm that. Then they're going to play another Boa Hancock 2-cost, doing a little search again, giving a rested Don to their leader using Monkey D. Luffy's ability. Then they're going to find another Observation Hockey off of the Boa Hancock they played. 2 Don on their leader. They'll probably swing 7,000 into us. I'm really hoping it's into our Gion and not into our life. I get why they would swing into our Gion, but I think it's definitely better for them to have swung into our life and applied pressure to us. But I'm so happy they swung into Gion. She basically acted as a blocker. Now 8 Don for us to work with. I think the move here is to do Gravity Blade, Raging Tiger. We could also do Jozu. We could also do Kuzan. We could do a Garp play too. But I want to keep a Don up for the 1 Don counter event. We're going to start out with a 5,000 power leader swing into their life. We'll see if they want to give me one of the few cards they have from their hand. They do not. They take that. They're down to 3 life. And now we'll use Gravity Blade, Raging Tiger to bottom deck their Luffy and one of the Boas. This definitely took a lot of pressure off of us this turn, but of course we do need to establish some bodies so we can put more pressure on them. Rayleigh is able to get out a lot of small bodies, so they're going to be able to replenish their board pretty quickly. They're going to be at their 9 Don turn. First thing they'll do is use leader ability to power up their Boa Hancock. I'll confirm the event cards in their hand. Then they'll give plus 2,000 power to their Boa. Then they're going to use Observation Hockey, give a Don to their leader and draw the Observation or Conquer's Hockey, and then play down the 4-cost OP12 Monkey D. Luffy, and along with that the OP10 Sanji. They'll give a Don to their Boa Hancock. They've got a ton of pressure mounting for next turn. We'll see how this goes, folks. They'll give Boa another Don and swing 7,000 at us. We are going to use the counter event. We have to trash a card from hand, and I wouldn't say there's any amazing options. It's between the Kuzan, the Gum Gum Red Rock, and the Sakazuki. I do have a double Kuzan, so I am okay to get rid of one. Off of the card draw after using leader ability, we do get a 1k counter, which is good, but of course I would have preferred a 2k counter. Off their leader swing, a 9,000 power swing into us, we do get the Gravity Blade Raging Tiger trigger, which is an insane trigger to get. I was considering keeping that to play next turn, but I decided that I should just use the free value and use the trigger to bottom deck their Monkey D. Luffy right then. Then this turn, 10 Don, I can play down the Garp into Kuzan and freeze their Sanji and prevent it from attacking. I think that's going to be the move here. And I'll probably just swing 6,000 with leader, leave a Don up just in case I get the 1-cost counter event from life. 6,000 into their leader with our leader. They do have 2 Don up, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a counter event, and they will use the Conqueror's Hockey, getting themselves out of that attack and giving minus 1,000 to our characters as well. So there would be no chance of me giving Don to Charlotte Pudding to swing into leader with her. We're going to play down the Garp. I'm going to trash the Sakazuki. There is a tempting desire for me to play Sakazuki because it would help us with card draw and ideally find more counter, but at the same time I can't risk playing down the Sakazuki and not drawing into other counter. Kuzan's just the perfect card in this situation because it's going to prevent their Sanji from attacking next turn. We did draw a 2k counter Gion, which is amazing. And we've got a Kuzan for next turn as well if we decide to go that route. They're going to start off with the Gum Gum Mole Gun, giving minus 5,000 power to our Kuzan. Unless they have another event to go with this, I think that might have been a misplay and they didn't realize that Kuzan was an 8,000 power character. Maybe they thought Kuzan was a 7,000 power character and then they would have been able to pop it. That would have been huge for them. This is definitely a little bit of a blunder. We'll see what they do with the rest of their turn though. They still have 5 Don or 6 Don to work with. And it looks like they're just going to throw it all on their leader and swing a big 10,000 into us. Now, I am going to counter out of this just because, like I mentioned before, I don't want to go down to 0 life against Rayleigh. So for that reason, I am going to counter out of this with as many or as least amount of cards as possible. We're going to be able to do that with our 0 cost 3,000 power counter event, a 2k 1K Gyon, and then I'll also give him the 1K Rosinante. They'll pass it back to us with 1 Don left standing. We can Jozu this Sanji here, which will hopefully make us safe for next turn. I'm not sure exactly what rush cards Rayleigh plays, if any, but as long as they don't see a rush card next turn, then I think we might win. I'm going to start out with a 6,000 power leader swing. I could also play the Sengoku and try to play defensively, doing a bunch of card drawing to maybe find another counter event, a 2K counter, etc. But we'll see. 6,000 with our leader. They are going to have another Conqueror's Haki, give all of our characters minus 1,000 power. Now we're going to do a 7,000 power swing with Garp, a 7,000 power swing with Kuzan. Are they going to take the Garp swing? They will, drumroll please, they will take the 7,000 Garp swing. Now we're going to swing 7,000 with Kuzan. It'll be interesting to see if they take this one as well. They will not take this one. They will have the Armament Haki and trash another card to get out of that. Then 9 Don for us remaining. I'm thinking here maybe we probably should have swung with our Charlotte Pudding first. Well, actually, I think I might play down the Tashigi to do another search. So we'll play down the Jozu, bounce back a Tashigi, bounce back a Sanji to their hand. We'll take a 2K counter Tsuru off of the Tashigi search, and then I'm not going to give any Don to our Charlotte Pudding, just because there's no point swinging for 5,000. I think it makes more sense for us to leave that Don up in case we get the counter event from life, and also just to fake our opponent out and make them think we do have it. They're going to play down that Sanji right back out and then give a bunch of Don to their leader. 6 Don on their leader. They're going to be able to swing 11,000, and they are going to swing into our life, putting us down to 0. That's okay. We should be able to get game here. We have a couple of decent swings with Jozu, Kuzan, Garp, and then leader, of course. We're going to start out with a 7,000 power Jozu swing. They've got another Conqueror's Haki. They're able to get out of that attack, but this should seal the deal for the rest of the game. 7,000 with Kuzan, they take that. Now we're going to do 7,000 with Garp. Even if they counter out of this, we can swing with Pudding and then leader. They're going to take that Garp swing, and then we can just give Don to our leader. A big 15 or 14,000, and that'll be game. GG's. This was a close one. It was a weird one. Rayleigh is such a odd leader to play against, just because before you know it, you can be at 0 life and then they can swing unblockable at you. GG's though, we bounced back from not an ideal starting hand. That was a fun one, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the game I got for you today. What did you think about it? Silver's Rayleigh, a really competitive leader in OP12. He's definitely going to be better relevant. At least I think that's a safe assumption based on how he did in the East. And especially if we get a ban list in the West, that may definitely impact the amount of people playing him and just what other decks people are playing. The meta might definitely change if a big ban list is announced. If you liked the video, consider hitting that like button, consider hitting that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. This has been a Johnny TCG video. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.